Right? Ever since I discovered that I have a very small private parts, I realized that I have to spend the rest of my life enhancing my mind. You know, most of my friends who they were blessed down there with very big private parts, and they seem to go through life with a higher sense of self-esteem. A higher sense of self-esteem, and it stems from the fact that they knew that society had played a major emphasis on sex. And me knowing that I had an extremely tiny private parts, I always saw my only true life is with extreme talent or intelligence. I'm not going to work my way up the sexual ladder, not in this lifetime. And it has affected my self-esteem, because at some given point when you meet a woman and you take your clothes off, you're going to have to expose yourself, your little tiny self, for who you truly are. It's humiliating, it is embarrassing. And because of my sexual inadequacies, it has forced me to live a somewhat secluded sexual lifestyle. You know, I was a virgin up to a very old age, and I wouldn't use that, say it publicly, if you could chastise me in the near future, and it affected my self-esteem. I mean, later on in life, I met more mature women who were willing to accept me for my inadequacies, and I've come to grips that, hey, this is part of who I am. This was part of my biological structure. This is how I was genetically affiliated. This is part of my ancestral traits. I have no control over the size of my private parts. So, yeah, I've learned to accept myself for who I am, but I still have a little self-esteem when it comes to what I have in my pants.